For nearly 3 decades, Herb Vincent has served his profession with great dignity and excellence. He's also clearly distinguished himself as one of the best in the profession. Vincent has served as Associate Commissioner for Communications at the SEC since 2013, where he is responsible for all communication strategies of the conference. He previously worked more than 20 years at LSU. Vincent served as an officer on the CoSIDA Board of Directors and ascended to CoSIDA President during the 2019-20 academic year, where, among accomplishments, he chaired a working group that developed a new governance structure for CoSIDA. He received the 2019 Arch Ward Award given for outstanding contributions to the profession. In 2015, Vincent was named to the LSU Alumni Hall of Distinction. And in 2020, Vincent was inducted into the LSU Manship School of Mass Communication Hall of Fame. He is also the author of one book on LSU football. CoSIDA is proud to welcome Herb Vincent to the 2021 Hall of Fame class.
Some of my more memorable moments as an athletics communicator, I think most of them came during my career at LSU because they're some of the more memorable moments in LSU history. I was on the field right behind the end zone, the winning touchdown on what was called the earthquake game in 1988. It's kind of legendary at LSU and in the SEC for the touchdown and the roar of the crowd registered on an earthquake meter on campus, and so it's long been called the earthquake game. I was right behind the end zone when that happened. I was right behind home plate when Warren Morris hit a home run in the bottom of the ninth inning in 1996 to win the College World Series. It's the only time that a player has walked off the College World Series with a home run. So I think those two probably the most memorable because they're some of the most memorable in the history of that school, and I was there and close by for both of them. One of the things I'm most proud of in my career is the people that I've known, the people who have worked with me, who have gone on to other jobs, whether it's in the same profession or somewhere else. There's a lot of people I've been around who have gone on to great careers, and I think that's been beneficial to me because it means I've surrounded myself and been fortunate to be surrounded by some really good people and some really dedicated people and hardworking people. And we were always on the same page and always had the same mindset, same work ethic. And then those people went out and I think have kind of instilled that kind of work ethic and mindset in other places that they've worked. So it's kind of the family tree, I guess you could say, is what I'm most proud of. If I had to give some advice to my younger self, I think it would be from the beginning, to learn how to delegate more and better of my responsibilities. Like so many others in our profession, we have this tendency to want to do it all. It's easier just to get it done faster. I'll do it myself. But it does two things. One, it's not the best for your organization. Number two, it doesn't help the people around you to grow and learn and take on responsibility. There's parts of my career where I've been forced to do that. I think over my career I've learned to do that better. But if I had to give myself some early advice, it would be to give the opportunity for people around me to do some things that I took on myself, to be a little bit more efficient and give them an opportunity to learn. I think a challenge for CoSIDA in the coming years is to engage everyone who's involved in communicating externally with their universities, with their conference offices, with their organizations. That includes the digital media folks, photographers, everyone associated with social media. There's so many different ways now that we communicate. Early on it used to be newspapers, newspaper television, newspaper TV, radio. There's so many other avenues now how we communicate externally. And all those people need to be under the CoSIDA umbrella. We need to be able to, if we're really going to be strategic, you have to have all those strategic tools at your benefit. And so we need to bring more people into the organization. They need to understand, we need to grow the umbrella of CoSIDA and bring more of those folks in and us learn from them about what the future of communications is. It's hard to narrow down when you start to figure out who you want to thank for a career that's been designated as one worthy of a Hall of Fame. I have to start with my parents because they were so supportive of me in everything I did from the time I started getting interested in sports and then getting interested in this business. They supported me every step of the way and everything I wanted to do. Never questioned me, but always supported me. And of course, my wife and daughter, because everyone knows the sacrifices a family has to make, the time that's involved in this kind of profession, and the understanding that your family has to have. And my wife and daughter have not only understood it, they've embraced it. And they're sports fans. They understand what I do. They enjoy the business. They enjoy sports. Professionally, if I can take a minute and just add two more folks. One is Paul Manassa. He was a CoSIDA Hall of Famer. I think he was inducted in maybe 1978. He gave me my very first job in this profession when I was at LSU as a student worker. And then Joe Dean, who was athletics director at LSU in 1988, maybe the sports information director at LSU at the age of 27, probably at a time that I really had no business getting a job of that magnitude. But he had trust in me, and he really helped me and helped me with my career. So I think professionally, those two folks really moved along my career.
From the Southeastern Conference, Herb Vincent.